Hello, Philip Hamilton here with another short tutorial for Kindy Manager. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at another feature of the kiosk, which is now used of course for the signing in and out of the children, the visitors and now the employees. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a new employee, have them sign in, and we're going to then go and display the employee timesheets. So all of the features of the kiosk, the children and the visitors and the employees, you'll find under the kiosks. Going to settings and coming down to center employees, we're going to look at the sample data and we'll see that we already have 4 employees. Now one of these employees may perform 2 tasks. So they may be performing the task of a group leader and sometimes just an educator, or even sometimes they're operating as an administrator. And while you can have them sign in and out for the entire day, if they're on the same pay rate, that's great. If they're on 2 different pay rates, perhaps a group leader, for example, might be on a higher pay rate than the normal educators, you would like to know how many hours they've performed as a group leader. Now, to do that, I'm simply going to add the employee in again. And the names of each employee does need to be unique. You can't have one person in twice. So what I'm going to do to make the spelling different is to put the initials for group leader after the second entry. So every time the employee signs in as a group leader, they'll sign in as a separate person. Now we're just going to make them an educator. You have different departments. You could set up departments, support staff, educator. You might have administrators. Support staff could be something like perhaps the people doing cooking or gardening or other maintenance type work around the center. So for a PIN number, I'm going to use 0412, just perhaps a phone number or part thereof. Now because the PIN number needs to be unique, I'm going to put a 1 in front of the PIN number for this employee as a group leader, and we'll save that. And then when we compare that with the PIN number performing their other duties, I might just put a 2. So when they sign in on the kiosk, they'll sign in with a 1 or a 2 and the same PIN number. This will allow you to differentiate their particular task, duties or pay rates. So just a quick look before we leave the screen. If I needed to add another department, we're going to go to our classifications, so settings, classifications, and here under employee departments, I could simply add a new department. So now, as we go back to the employees, we do have the option now of saying that someone is performing the task of administration. Save that. All right, let's turn our attention to the kiosk itself, and we're going to sign in and sign out for some of our employees. Looking at the kiosk, we'll see a timesheet for the staff members. Now, if that doesn't appear for you, we're going to go into the settings icon, key in your 4-digit PIN code, and slide the menu out from the side. And we're going to enable the staff timesheet. Now you'll see the icon in the top right hand corner. Slide the menu out, of course, and let's go back home. So once we can see that, the staff members can then touch that and they're going to key in their unique PIN code to identify themselves. So we're not really needing a signature because only they will know their unique PIN code. Once the employee has opened up their individual profile, they really just need to hit the start button and the time will be recorded. Now coming back to the Kindy Manager, we're going to have a look at the timesheets under Kiosks, employee timesheets, And we've put in some sample data here. So just having a look at these employees, by clicking onto any one of the headings here, we'll put them in the order of that heading. So you can put it in order of their sign-ins or just in order of their name. So we know that the first two records here for Annette are simply a group leader versus a normal educator entry. So they've signed in and signed out, and then signed in and signed out using the different PIN number. You could even set up an additional department under classifications if you wanted to create one especially for group leaders. Julie's just come in for 2 hours of administration, and Tom Jones, our celebrity educator, has come in for before school care and after school care, and it's just done 2.5 hours for each session. Now this can be printed out. Let's have a look at the report. Now looking at the report here, you can see that we have got the separate hours for the group leader and separate hours for the before and after school care. So in the event of Annette, of course, we've asked her to sign in with a different PIN number, so we get a different total hours. But with Tom doing before and after, we can see that there's just 5 hours in total at the same pay rate. All right, so I hope that has helped us just understand the new feature which is available. I'd like you to play with it, and if you have any questions, we would love to help you. Just give us a call on our normal support number. Thank you very much for listening, and be sure to check out some of the other tutorials. Bye for now.